on YouTube. This is the very latest news from Fabulous 103 and the Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. It would be great if you liked and subscribed to us. Horrendous delays across much of Europe at airports, where software managing baggage handling and ticketing was hijacked, have affected multiple international flights, including some to Thailand. Reports of some flight cancellations and others delayed reached newswires after the Saturday incident that saw roll-on effects into Sunday travel too. 3 to 4 hour queues were reported at ticketing, and baggage labelling had to be done by hand. It's best to check on flight arrivals and departures before travelling here to an airport. Good news for former Prime Minister Thaksin, now wallowing in a Bangkok jail, as reports of his being hospitalised for a serious neck condition have been mixed in Thai media, who state that he's simply awaiting a checkup, as is common for any prisoner. It seems he suffers from cervical spondylosis. Reality is that that's simply an age-related wearing down of the discs in the neck, and is suffered by many of us, affecting 85% of those over 60 globally, and certainly not a get-out-of-jail card or reason for a move to a permanent medical facility. The Cambodian border with Thailand will remain closed for the foreseeable future, according to army chiefs who have now been delegated with that decision by the Prime Minister. All have voted in a meeting for it to remain shut until any threat level is reduced to zero and the constant protests at the border areas ceases. With new border fencing being set up and CCTV installed, a better border management is envisaged. But it does preclude any from a land crossing, whether for business, export, or those who previously did quickie border runs for visa purposes. And there's word from Khon Kaen, where a Dutch expat is reported to have stolen an ATM machine from a local bank. It seems he chained a pickup truck to the cash machine and ripped it from the wall. When arrested, he told police that he had given his now ex-wife his 10 million baht savings before they split up, leaving him broke. Bank security reports indicate that he didn't manage to remove the cash from the secure unit, and it was found dumped on the roadway. He was finally caught after his hiding place was revealed to police by her family. Storm damage across the nation has been immense over the weekend as the continued monsoons see flooding, rivers rising and damage to infrastructure. Word of warning for all is to keep an eye on road surfaces. This, as from Samut Prakan, news of a 24-year-old riding along a main highway after dark and disappearing into a sinkhole. Over 3 foot in depth, both rider and bike disappeared, and with no warning signs or cones in place, he's expected to claim against the local city hall. But reality is that these occurrences are common, as hardcore, or sometimes just sand, is washed from underneath road structures, so do take extra care. Meanwhile at home, an estimated 1,000 patients of a dental surgery in Rayong are now being advised to have any work done double-checked after a woman has been arrested and charged with carrying on as a dentist without a valid Thai license. Reports from the Dental Council indicate that she'd had some form of training abroad but is not licensed to practice in Thailand. Working several surgeries, she'd managed to evade authority checks for 6 months. As police investigate the clinic owners and their alleged lack of due diligence in employing her, we're reminded that only those with Thai licensing are allowed under law to practice any form of medicine or indeed law itself. A 24-year-old Indian tourist told police that his innocent ambling along Beach Road after midnight led to him being accosted by a gaggle of ladyboys who offered him services that he had no desire for. Later, he noticed that he'd been relieved of a 100,000 baht gold necklace, in addition to obtaining a police report, which he no doubt will forward to his insurance company. The warning remains in place that wearing jewellery, in this case valued by him at over 5 months' average salary here, is less than clever, as in any country after dark. Conveniently, he had a photograph of the necklace on his phone as evidence. And 2 young Western tourists were nabbed by police at the weekend after being caught on camera using the bay as a public toilet. Fleeing after berating and attacking a local, they were caught, only for the local man not to want to press charges for the violence. Both were cautioned, though, with a fine for public urination. And with the Met Office promising highs today of 32 dropping down to 27, a cloudy day with thunderstorms at any time, especially in the afternoon, and the real feel of 38. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.